Hello everyone, welcome to the first video of a series that we're doing on using C on the Raspberry Pi. Now the first thing you might ask yourself is why in the world would we want to do this? Isn't C a difficult language to learn? Isn't there other options that might be a little bit easier? Yeah, that might be true, but there are a couple really good reasons why you might want to consider using C on the Raspberry Pi. The first of those reasons is it runs fast, and right here on here I have a couple scope plots that are from a test I ran, and the test was to simply toggle one of the GPIO using both a Python script and with a C program. On the left here you'll see a scope plot with the pipe toggling the GPIO from a Python script, and on the right you'll see toggling the GPIO using the C program. And if you're not familiar with the scope plot, right here we have the signal, and this is the signal high. That's the pin is on, and then it's off, and it's on, and it's off. And at the end of the video, I'll give you a link to where you can get the source code for both the Python script and the C program, and so you can see how I made both of these programs. And you might see, just looking at the picture, they look about the same, but if you look carefully here, these two scope plots are on different scales. This one is on a 5 microsecond per division scale, and this one is on a 50 nanosecond per division scale. And you see the difference between the two. The Python script toggled the GPIO at just a little under 48 kilohertz, and the C program toggled the GPIO at 5.8 megahertz. And that's 122 times faster, not just 10% or 50% faster. It is 122 times faster using the C program, and so don't let anybody tell you that you can get things to run just as fast using some of the higher level languages. When it comes to how fast the program runs, C is really hard to beat, and that's one of the primary reasons why we might consider using it instead of one of the higher level languages. The other reason is C is actually part of many of those other languages we might consider. You remember at the very basic level, a computer reads machine code. It reads ones and zeros, and then there's something called assembly that's usually that builds upon the machine code, and then I think I think it started in like 1969, 1970s. C was initially developed, and there are tons and tons of programs and applications that use C. And in fact, most of the other high-level languages that you might be familiar with actually use C to build upon. So if we were to use an analogy of like building a house, let's say machine code would be like the base elements, base elements like iron and carbon and things like that. And assembly might be, let's say, raw materials like wood or cement. And then C represents things like components, like, okay, this is a 2x4, or this is a shingle or a brick. Okay, and then the higher level languages might be, okay, this is a preformed, I don't know, some kind of, let's say it's a preformed window or something like that. So these higher level languages build upon C, and so what that does for us is it learning C really helps us to understand the other languages, even if we're going to use those later. And eventually you may run into a situation where you just can't do what you want to do in one of the higher level languages, and the C allows you to build some new blocks to do that with. And those are really the biggest two reasons to learn C, and it's particularly on the Raspberry Pi. And so that's about it. And then we'll get into what you need to get started in the next video. But if you want to get the source code for the two programs that I ran with the Python and the C program to toggle the GPIO, just to see how I did it, you can click on this link right here, and it'll take you to my website, and you can get the details of how I did that test and the source code itself. And of course, please follow us on Twitter or on Facebook, and please subscribe. We'll talk again next time. Thanks. Bye.